Look at that, 999 rumbles. Satan. What a good time to do 666 right now. So anybody, super chats, thank you so much. Thank you very much, David, for subscribing as well. Let's see what he's flipping out about for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to go leave and feed the kid.
Guys, while Joe
Guys.
Biden's back on vacation after taking a whole whopping 10 or 15 minutes out of nap time or ice cream shop time or whatever it is that Joe Biden does.
Your dad golfed more than any president in history.
Because we know
he also shared national secrets in the dining area of his own club in front of people without any clearance.
No, it ain't working.
Well, it is actually. The system's coming into place.
This note was just sent to American citizens in Afghanistan.
Oh boy, a note
requesting to be evacuated.
Was it signed by Epstein's mother?
This is what
he is very loud. Sorry about that. Let me bring and he's overmodulated. That's not me. That's his video, I think.
Going on now. I'm not even complaining about Joe being on vacation anymore because, frankly, imagine how much worse he'd probably make it if he wasn't on.
Yeah, imagine if he was like shooting the 1 3-minute video he has to do a day to buy blow money. You know, like Biden, just as a hypothetical. And while he's shooting it, he leaves a television on right behind his own fucking head.
On vacation. That said, if Trump was on vacation while the world burned, I have a feeling the media would have a problem with it. I also have a feeling the media would have a problem with this response just sent out to American citizens who are requesting to be evacuated from now Taliban-controlled Kabul, Afghanistan.
Which your dad negotiated that the taking of Kabul last year.
This is from CBS. And it basically instructs people to...
Wait a minute. You're relying on the fake news to provide you with documentation? I have to call bullshit.
...to come to Hamid Karzai International Airport, but says the U.S. government cannot guarantee their safety as...
Well, yeah, it's a city in flux.
...they make the trip.
By the way, does anybody think that you could guarantee someone's safety in Afghanistan before?
And I quote, "To American citizens... Thank you for registering your request to be evacuated from Afghanistan. The U.S. Embassy in Afghanistan has confirmed that an undefined number of U.S. government-provided flights will begin soon. Please make your way to Hamid Karzai International Airport at this time."
Right. Yeah, not everybody got that response. Some were told to shelter in place.
Please be advised that the United States government cannot guarantee your security as you make this trip.
Yeah, we're not walking tens of thousands of people with military guides to that place. Yeah, so.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Was that guarantee ever in existence?
Imagine Trump put out that statement.
What do you think they're going to do? Just like walk through the streets in Taliban controlled Afghanistan anywhere? Iraq? Do you think there's a single piece of paper that says, by the way, while you're in sunny downtown, well, let's find a cool little city and see. Iraq, where's someplace near the green zone, like a little. Let's see. There's romance. Is there a little neighborhood? Nah, it's just Baghdad. Okay. Never has the U.S. military handed out a note to people who are coming to Iraq for business or pleasure. By the way, enjoy sunny downtown Baghdad. If you run into trouble, just flag down a soldier, we'll save you.
And was on vacation while doing it.
Hello. Okay. Guys.
Where's Kamala, the last person in the room that instructed Joe to go with the plan that they disastrously implemented? Where are all these people? Jen Psaki's on vacation too. Everyone's on vacation while the world burns. And
your dad took a August recess vacation, by the way. You do realize that, right? You do. Your dad's the big orange dude with the weird Fender hairdo.
Imagine it was Trump. Imagine
it's easy to imagine. He golfed during COVID.
Imagine the outrage if you basically told American citizens, hey, you're on your own.
Well, you're not on your own. Once you get to the airport, we'll take you out of here or whatever, but it's very dangerous, so be careful.
Congratulations. This is really unbelievable.
No, it's quite believable. It's fucking Afghanistan.
I mean, Americans are going to end up being left behind and killed while the military already evacuated. They got out. They forgot about the 10 to 40,000 Americans.
Wait a minute. We just sent 6,000 troops in to help process this.
I could be there. I mean, who's executing this plan? Obviously, I know the military generals are too worried about critical race theory and pronouns and white rage to actually do their damn jobs. But
no, they were doing their jobs. They were puffing up the Afghan statistics and telling the president that it was much better and you just need a couple more months. And, the shit your dad bought wholesale.
Imagine the Trump administration put this out. It's the most disgraceful.
Well, I can't. I honestly can't. I cannot imagine the Trump administration putting this out because they never left. See, there's nothing to compare it to. See, Biden left. We're out. He got us out of Afghanistan. We're out. We're gone. After this, after we gather everybody up, we're gone. Your dad had every opportunity and didn't. So I have nothing to weigh it against.
Thing perhaps the U.S. government has ever done. But don't worry, guys. Joe's on vacation having ice cream somewhere. So I put this out as a tweet. And it's kind of
it's amazing.
Tongue-in-cheek, but it actually shows the gravity and how disgusting it all is.
Well, no, it actually doesn't. It shows that you don't have a grasp on reality.
To the Americans left stranded in
Really? He's reading. This is worse than Mark Levin yesterday. He's reading his own fucking tweets.
Taliban-controlled Afghanistan. Rest easy. Joe Biden assembled the most diverse cabinet and White House staff in American history. They may or may not be competent, but you can't have it all, folks.
That's your best reading of it? They may or may not? That's how you ended it? What? You can't end a zinger like that. You can't roast somebody with a may or may not. Because they may. It just shows you're not paying attention. I mean, call out somebody. Don't worry, this person is in charge, and they fucked up this, so you'll be safe. Like that kind of, you'd have to pay attention.
And if you've been watching for the last couple of days, you realize they're not competent. So at least you checked off the diversity box. I'm sure that will matter as maybe the Taliban starts beheading Americans in the streets of Kabul.
Uh-huh.
That's
what's happening? So that's what we're looking to?
What's going on.
Can I turn down the volume on him? Sorry, yeah. I brought it down a little bit before, but we'll do it a little more.
The media, even the media, doesn't know how to cover for Joe Biden on this gross level of incompetence.
Well, no, they've been attacking him fairly heavily. I'm the one that's coming distinctly out into the open to directly support this action, like an adult. I don't pretend to have all the answers, but I also know that we know that all the intel he was getting and that your dad was getting and that Obama was getting, quite frankly, was largely based on wishful thinking, and it was endangering American lives, and it was time to go. And the promise was so that we were going to go. We were always going to go, so we're going. And there is no version of this where anybody can convince me that it would have gone better.
I'm sure they'll try, but they will fail. Keep
something you know about.
Watching, folks. Please make sure to spread this message so other people see it. Because
what message? You have a Twitter. You read your own tweet on the air. This is not a show. This is not something. Look, we have quality standards around here. I mean, I have my share of technical difficulties, but look at this shit. I put a show together. Nobody has to share you in an office at one of your dad's properties, I guess, reading your own fucking tweets. I mean, a girl's got to have some standards.
Because God knows there aren't institutions out there willing to speak the truth. Get out there, let people understand what's actually going on and how much of it...
You read this from CBS. Hey, fuckstick, you read the memo from CBS. I'm sorry, there's not organizations willing to speak the truth. CBS posted the memo. That's where you got it from. You know, the lamestream media.
Disaster the Democrat and their lunatic policies have gotten, what the generals and their woke ideologies have gotten when they've kept their eyes on a very different prize than winning wars. Sure, they're woke. Sure, they're teaching it. Sure, they've taken over those institutions. But sure as hell, they're not winning wars these days and not doing anything good for the American public.
Well, so it's not good for the American public that we leave Afghanistan. That's your final answer? That's it. We're going to go with that?
All we've done is display our weakness to our enemies, and China and Russia are watching and laughing their asses off.
By the way, this is a common thread with this whole crowd that, and Sean Hannity says this a bunch too, that China and Russia are laughing, apparently. When Russia got out of Afghanistan, we weren't laughing. We were laughing when they were there, to a certain degree, when we weren't shooting action movies. But in reality, you know, once they got out, the response, both from us and the rest of the world, is, okay, there's some soldiers that aren't going to be dead that can fight elsewhere, and some treasure they can spend elsewhere causing trouble around the world.